Majeski142 once again with NASCAR Heat 2! And in this episode of our season with Ty Majeski's number 60, not iRacing Ford, we're going to be completing race 8 of 33, which is going to take place at Richmond Raceway for the Toyota KR250. In the last episode, we raced at Bristol Motor Speedway and finished in 6th place. That's all fine and good, but I'm not exactly proud of it because I bashed a lot of people out of my way trying to get there. I mean, it's a short track, so I guess that's supposed to be expected, but the way I was doing it, I kept turning into people off the corners because of me being afraid the physics engine would knock me into the inside of the track and wreck me and stuff. If you know how it works in this game, then you could probably imagine that easily. It makes me look like an asshole, and I am an asshole, so this is just great. Everything's coming into play perfectly. Also this weekend, we're going to Talladega Superspeedway, and that is going to be the last video I am going to release in 2017. So I hope I do well at Talladega, because I would like to end off this year as best as I possibly can. Or we could just sum up this year and have a really bad race and, just basically say how bad this year was. Who knows? We'll find out tomorrow. But today is Richmond. I think it's going to be a day race, and then we have a second race at Richmond later on this season that's going to be at night. It's quite similar to how the Cup Series does things, just a few different races here and there. And, of course, we can look at the point standings. I'm in 9th place. We made up a few spots after Bristol, I believe. William Byron still has not won a race, but he is at the top of the points table. He is 7th place in the playoff standings, and we're at the top of the playoff standings because we have the most wins out of all the drivers in the field. So, let's go ahead and get to the track. Some might have noticed, some might have not, but I actually have the camera a bit further away from my face than usual because it's been a bit difficult editing videos lately. I've always had the very edge of the video recording like right here and everything, and I'm trying to actually have the room to make it the way I want it to look. Have some surroundings, not all zoomed up in on my face, even though that's the purpose of a face cam. So let's get into qualifying. I want to start on the inside of this track. Well, I want to start at the inside of every race, but especially here because it's a short track, and, well, the very bottom of the track in the corners is the best way around here. This is actually my first time racing this track offline. I'm just now doing this for the first time. I'll obviously race here online. If you haven't seen the video of me racing here online in the Xfinity series, you should go check it out. It was fantastic. It was nuts. That first corner, had a few problems getting it to the bottom. Come on, slam the brakes. Okay, here we go, come on. Turn the car. It's kind of stiff. Okay, how was that? In the top 30? No, 32nd. I don't want to start on... That's like having to start, I don't know, 33rd or 35th maybe, because getting to the inside is going to take losing positions. I'd be lucky if I gain positions doing that. I forgot to check who's on the pole. You probably already saw it. I'm going to make adjustments to the wedge. We'll put it down to 49, and if I don't feel like that's enough after stage 1 or 2, whenever we pit, then I'll probably drop it down a little bit more. If it's too much, I might just turn it up, but I doubt that's going to be the case. Okay, save setup, X, and back. I'm trying to make sure I don't press the wrong buttons and reset everything or something. So, yeah, this is going to be the day race, starting on the outside of Dakota Armstrong and his awesome Winfield paint scheme. Green flags out, we're underway for the first stage, which is going to be 8 laps. Okay. I'm not even trying to get to the inside yet. A little too hard in turn 1 if you ask me. And that guy just checked up. Wow. Ben Kennedy's slow off in turn 2. Oh dear. Oh dear. I tried to clear him and dive down to the bottom and everything. I can't believe I got that to play out so perfectly. But we're to the inside. We gained spots. I could have not done that better, to be honest. Let's just be careful to not throw it into the corners. We can't be like Phoenix and just throw it into the corner to get the best possible outcome because, yeah, you don't get a good outcome if you go to the corner like that and hit the apron. Once you hit the apron, it's kind of hard to get off. Usually you just spin the whole freaking car. Anyhow, whoever this guy is in 27th place or 26th place in front of me, I'm in 27th place. What the hell are you... Okay. Hey. Jeff Green, you're a fucking piece of shit. I see how it is. I worked really hard to get all those spots. Kamikaze Games, I'm sorry, but I'm about to butt-fuck Jeff Green. This is retarded. I don't care what kind of AI programming you have installed, but that's some bullshit right there. I didn't wreck him hard enough. That'll do for me, though. Now I gotta make up all those spots I worked really hard to get because apparently Jeff Green just wanted to push me into the corner all the way, and then he didn't want to get off of me. He has no sponsors. Why is he even still racing me? Like, no one wants to sponsor him. He could be in the Cup Series with a bunch of sponsors, you know, having proven that he had stuff to offer, but no. Whenever he drove the 1 car, he didn't get very far. He drove the 66 car, and that team sucked. So he's down here driving an underfund piece of shit, and he's just knocking me all over the freaking place into a corner. Probably be using, oh, it's a short track racing excuse. You can't say that because you're doing the same thing at Bristol. I don't know. So, we'll just go ahead and throw away stage 1 because nothing is going to happen after that. Jeff Green's nonsense. I'm stuck on the apron. And I just gave 99 a bit of a push. A lot of smoke for one little push, wasn't it? Okay, we got 2 laps left to get as many positions as we can in the last of this stage. But I cannot get the car to turn into the corners. It's not enough. Not enough of a wedge adjustment. Oh, shit. Move over, asshole. Golly. And I push him again. Into the outside wall. Well, you wouldn't let me underneath you. God dang it. Well, not underneath him. I wanted to get out from behind the wreck. You're trying to force me into it. And so I wound up driving into him, trying to get into turn 3 or whatever just a while ago. Well, it's the last lap of stage. I'm in 23rd place right now. So I basically got all those positions that Jeff Green lost me a while ago back because of that huge wreck that was on the backstretch. A lot of shit happened in stage 1. That's a lot of stuff to talk about. Okay, so we are taking pit stops after stage 1, and then we have the next 2 stages to do whatever. So we'll take our pit stop. No repairs needed. What else can I do? I want to drop the wedge down to 48.5. Feels like the car's a little too tight. Of course, this is probably going to be too much for me once I get it set up for me. And I'm in last place, because this game doesn't allow my pit crew to ever do anything great. Or even good. This is not even okay. 17 spots lost, so yeah, all the way back to last place. So I can get to the inside immediately. Casey Kane's ass is all molested and whatever, that's weird. I'm just now realizing that Casey Kane is the guy that drives that car in the series. Got a bit of a push from Casey Kane. I see these AI hit the brakes so hard in the corners, but the guy behind me always pushes me as hard as he can. Why? Why is everybody triggered by the existence of Majeski? What is this? I'm already in 34th place. We got 2 whole freaking stages, and the one after this one is even longer, so let's make some stuff happen. Try to avoid the stupidity that is apparently Jeff Green. And once we get past David Starr over here, he'll stop brake checking me and slowing down in front of me all over the place in corners. Ugh. Ridiculous. The guys in front of me drive slow, and the guys behind me drive fast. So I'm kind of getting fucked in the face and the ass at the same time, and I'm not in the mood for it. I just want to race, you know? Alligator! And I got pushed into him. I'm telling you, it's right there every single time. If I try not to hit somebody in front of me, somebody behind me tries to push me into him. I don't like this. This is weird. I can't, I'm not allowed to be courteous. So we're on the outside right now because that's where we went after Alligator. Drop low right here underneath Smithley. What the hell? Every time they just push me. This is so weird. I've never had this before in a NASCAR game this bad. I mean, it's not bad. Maybe it's supposed to be like this. Maybe this is how they're all supposed to race. It's supposed to make it intense. I don't know what they're going for with this kind of AI. Oh, no. Blocking Alligator, so I'll have the inside going to turn 1. I don't want to be in the middle going into turn 1. Oh, got a little loose on the apron. Get off. It's kind of hard to get off the apron and not throttle the car and all kinds of other things. If I do get on the apron, I'm trying to do the best I can to not make something horrible out of it. A little contact with Cole Custer as we went hard into turn 3. This stage is going by rather quickly, even though it's longer than the last one was. Ah! Armin! Dang it. I feel like I can dive underneath somebody, and then they cut me off at the last second. I'm trying so hard not to drive in the back of them and cause a huge wreck. God dang. You're just not going anywhere as we go into the corners. They have it all to the inside, and there's nowhere to pass. And the AI behind me want to pass, but it's just always the guys in front of me. I can't pass them because they hug the bottom, and if I want to make a pass happen, I have to push them out of the way. Get out of the way. I'm trying to make a pass. You've been holding me up for 2 laps. Is it going to be like this with every single guy I try to pass on the track? Or what? Golly, car. This is ridiculous. So this is the last lap of the stage. It really did feel like it went by quicker than the first stage did, honestly. Dang, stop, go! And they got a caution. Oh, okay, so, yeah, it's a short track, so it's going to end earlier than it usually does compared to the size of the track and stuff with the finish line and all that, if you know what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, we're not taking pit stops. We already did that. Whoever this is his name Stephen Light, something Light. Yeah, Stephen, something Light. Something like that. So we're going to start on the outside. I want to be on the outside. That's really quite the pet peeve, if you ask me. The guys in front of me drive so slow and they hug the bottom, so if you want to make a pass, you have to push it out of the way. You can't race them clean. And the guys behind you don't race clean. They just push you all over the damn place. And we're 3 wide into turn 1 at the start. Or the restart, whatever. I call it a start because apparently we have 3 different races in one race, and it's so hard for my brain to handle. Seems like the inside always checks up every time you come to a restart as we go down the back stretch. I'm making up freaking golly 5 spots as soon as the restart comes. Once you're already underneath people going into turn 1, or at any corner pretty much, you're pretty much guaranteed to make that pass. Now we're stuck on the outside of Brandon Jones. I think it's Brandon, or is it Brendan? I think it's Brandon. Whatever. I try making passes on the outside, but I'm pretty darn sure that will take forever just to get one. I want to go in between you and Annette. Almost did. We're pushing Annette up the track because Brandon Jones pushed us up into him. I'm trying not to hit Brandon Jones, and at the same time I'm trying not to mess up the corner. I'm just struggling to get everything done. We're somehow in 15th place right now. Let's see if we can get a top 10 out of this. No. I want this spot. Golly, my back bumper is taking a little damage. It's not shaped the same anymore. God, y'all both driving so slow in the corner, and I'm not exactly trying to go in between them. I'm just trying not to drive into them, and it's really hard because they're going so slow. I'm underneath him. I got this spot, and he knows it. Cool. This takes a lot of practice for how to figure out how to race these AI at this track and not kill them all. Jesus Christ. This is ridiculous. I am pushing Matt Tiff. Got that spot from... Is that Joey Logano? Or Brad Keselowski? I have no fucking idea. 22 car, 12 car. They're both Penske drivers, and I cannot believe they're both racing at the same time in an Xfinity Series race. It hurts my brain. A bit tight off of turn 2. Brandon Jones is fast because he's all up behind me, trying not to hit the apron. Just a couple spots away from making into the top 10. We've got the time to get there. Looks like the leaders are pulling away from the rest of the top 10. I'm just kind of looking at that right now. Matt Tift is doing well because this game is stupid. At least Darrell Wallace Jr. is doing well. That's cool. He's in the top 10. That was a horrible entry to turn 3 if ever, Matt Tift. So, yeah, you should have seen that bullshit coming. Let me guess. I can bring out a caution because he hit the wall. Oh, my God. If I did that, that would not be a caution. I know it's because of strict yellows, but I'm serious. If I ever hit a wall, they don't throw a caution. It is so biased. We're in 11th place, and we're going to be on the inside at the restart. So that is great. This is going to be technically yeah, it's overtime, green, white, checkered. So I guess we skipped like one of those laps. We just got 2 now. We're on the inside. We make positions up coming off of turn 2 at the restart, so I think we have a chance to getting maybe even a top 5. We got 5 positions at the last restart. Turn the car. I can't turn the car, but no one's going for a pass right now. Here we come. Inside wasn't as slow for the turn 2 like it usually is, if you ask me. Hitting the apron. I see potential positions going into turn 3 and 4. Just got to have the charge and be underneath them. We can do this. We can get a top 5. It's right there, underneath Hemrick. Make sure I get the corner well, not just push him up the track. Okay. All we got to do is get this pass right here. We can do it. Turn the car, turn the car. Here we go, here we go. And at Richmond Raceway, we are going to finish in 5th place. Got what I was going for. See, if I had not pushed whoever the hell it was a while ago, was it Matt Tift? Yeah, it was Matt Tift who had this horrible entry to turn 3. If I had not pushed him into that corner and into the outside wall to throw a stupid bullshit David Hoots style caution, then we would have not gotten that top 5. We would have finished in probably 11th, maybe 10th place. Now that I'm done looking at the race replay, so I get a thumbnail, which is me basically getting my skull crushed into the outside wall by Jeff Green, we can look at the race results. Jeff Green finished in 28th place, by the way. Glad that he finished over 20 spots worse than me. That is really nice. And we can also take time to realize Elliott Sadler won this race. Isn't that his first win of the season? I'm pretty sure it is. William Byron finished in 8th place, so yet again, William Byron still can't win a race in this season. How long is it going to take? Or is it even going to happen? I really do hope so. He qualifies well in all these races. He gets top 10s. He's got the best overall finishing record, obviously, because he's in the point standings lead. But you can't win a race. It's so ridiculous. And we can look at the point standings. Wow, I made up 2 spots after this race, going from 9th to 7th. And, well, Elliott Sadler it's not showing up here. We have to look at it after we get back to the championship mode menus. And then there's me fooling around with the 99 car in the background for like 2 laps straight. Okay, Ryan Reed ran the fastest lap in this race, because that makes sense. 29.56 seconds. Elliott Sadler led the most laps, almost every single one in this race, I assume. And we were on the move. We started in 32nd and finished in 5th. That obviously would be true. Kevin Harvick started in 10th and finished in 34th. Why do the Cup drivers do bad in the Xfinity Series? I mean, I would love for that to happen in reality, but it only happens in the game. So I guess this game is supposed to be some kind of mental massage. Like I said at the beginning, tomorrow is going to be our final video of 2017, the Sparks Energy 300 at Talladega Superspeedway, race 9 of 33. Can't exactly predict if it will go very well or not, because the Daytona race went absolutely wrong just because Elliott Sadler brake checked the field. And then, well, I was making my way through the field quite well whenever I didn't have to deal with that stuff, even though I did keep on making 3-wide situations and almost causing monstrous wrecks. I remember almost crashing into the field in the front stretch. That was, I remember that too well. This season was not off to a good start, so hopefully this season doesn't go downhill again because of a super speedway race. But let's take the point standings in full. William Byron is still at the top. Elliott Sadler is actually in 2nd place in the point standings, and that was his 2nd win. I don't even remember when his 1st win was, because I'm not really keeping track of any of this stuff. I'm only keeping track of my wins. I mean, can't blame me. I mean, I don't think race car drivers keep track of all this stuff, do they? And then there's the playoff standings. I am in 2nd place in the playoff standings instead of 1st, because Elliott Sadler's in front of me, of course, in points. Wow, he's almost 100 points in front of me. That sucks. So I'd have to win a race to get back in front of him and clinch the playoff lead again. So that is all that stuff. I'll see you guys tomorrow. That's that, and episode over.